Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Cubs Daily. My name is Steven Ryan. The Cubs bounced back with a very impressive 7-0 victory yesterday in the freezing weather. Absolutely beautiful team performance. We're going to break down that game. We're going to discuss the Game 2 matchup today as well. But before we get into all that, I want you guys to continue to show your support like you've been doing these past few months, right? Liking the videos, subscribing to the channel, etc. Dropping comments. Let me know your comments from the game last night. What was most impressive about that victory, right? Was it the team effort on offense, the defensive effort, or Justin Steele just being dominant? Let me know in the comments below. So, appreciate everyone who's been supporting the channel. Let's get into today's talking points. Cubs win 7-0. Like I said, an absolutely beautiful bounce back from a heartbreaking game. I have a big family of Cubs fans, and we're always texting about the Cubs, and that was the big point, right? Just look at this team and how they bounced back, right? 3 consecutive games of scoring 7 runs. Absolutely beautiful. Again, should we have won Sunday? Yes, but you know what? We took the L, we slept, we came into today prepared, ready to go, bounce back in absolutely fantastic fashion. Absolutely love to see it. It was a team effort across the board. Everyone was patient. We didn't draw as many walks as we had these past 12 games, but regardless, the walks aren't going to always be there. But if the Cubs want to continue to be successful, they have to keep doing all these things that they're doing at the plate. It's all working right now, and I'm excited to see this team going forward. And hopefully we can continue that rolling on into tonight. But Cubs win 7-0. Absolutely beautiful job bouncing back against, they're not the defending world champions, but they're world champions in the past 5 years. So you got to give the respect to the Rangers. That offense is absolutely loaded, but I think the Cubs have a pitching advantage in the series, and I think they can absolutely take advantage of the Rangers. And let's say hypothetically these teams were to meet up in the World Series, the Rangers would have to come to Wrigley, and I'm not going to say the temperature's going to be this cold, but they're not going to be warm. So, Cubs absolutely doing a fantastic job in this scenario, and that's what I like to see, right? Taking advantage of the weather conditions. Wrigley is a very interesting ballpark, right? Some days it's a hitter-friendly ballpark, some day it's a pitcher's dome. You never really know, but we do know early on in April it does favor the pitchers, and Justin Steele was absolutely dominant, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at this box score, right? Justin Steele absolutely did work for the Cubs, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Down a little bit. 7 innings, 3 hits, 8 Ks, 2 walks. Absolutely fantastic job. Colin Ray comes in and takes care of business from then on out. Again, Ian Happ 3 RBIs, Tucker a run, Suzuki a run, Bush a run. Absolutely fantastic job. Amaya had a couple of hits. Pete Crow Armstrong. Everyone on this team was absolutely contributing, and you love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. The offense is extremely balanced with this. I mean, I know there's no overwhelming power hitters, but a day like yesterday really favors this Cubs team because maybe we don't hit the ball out of the ballpark every single day, but if we can string together base hits, we can steal bases, we apply pressure to the defense, we are going to win a lot of ball games. And again, if you watched yesterday's video, that was one of the keys to the game, right? Applying pressure to the defense. It's always a key for me in these series with the Cubs. They have to make you make plays. Are the opponents going to make plays sometimes? Yes. Are they going to win the ball game because of it? Yes. But I say over a course of 162 games, if you apply pressure to them and you're forcing them to make plays, you're going to win more games than not. And the Cubs did just that yesterday. Steele, Colin Ray, 2 pitchers. Enough said. Gave the bullpen a break, etc. Let's see if we can make it 3 or 4 in this game tonight. Speaking of the game tonight, game 2, 6:40 p.m. Central Time, Marquee Sports app for you Chicagoland areas. We got Patrick Corbin, former National, former Diamondback, versus Jameson Taillon. Looks like the high today is going to be 44 degrees. It's going to be a low of 29. And yeah, it's going to be pretty much the same exact conditions as yesterday. So again, this is going to favor the Cubs in this scenario, ladies and gentlemen. Corbin, a big, long lefty. He might be kind of used to some colder pitching weather, but he also has not been the same since that 2019 World Series run. and the Rangers are applying heavy pressure to him to eat up some innings. So if the Cubs can remain patient, get to him early, maybe get to that Rangers bullpen early, the Cubs will have another chance to take another victory today at beautiful Wrigley Field. Corbin has not been the same. His ERA has been above 4, maybe 5 at some points over the last few years. And again, the Cubs have relative experience regarding Patrick Corbin, so I can imagine that they are going to take care of business when it comes to him tonight. I don't expect too many lineup changes. I do expect Matt Shaw to be plugged back into third base. Maybe Carson Kelly gets the start at catcher, again, due to the cold weather, but again, due to that lefty coming into the game. I'm trying to think. Pete Crow Armstrong and Kyle Tucker should be the only lefties that remain in the lineup. Obviously, Ian Happ is a switch hitter, so he'll adjust accordingly. But the Cubs absolutely doing a fantastic job so far. Gotta get another victory before. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, right? These are the keys to the game. Steal Tyone Managa, we need 2 of 3. We can get 2 of 3 tonight with one of those guys playing. And again, I still say, forget yesterday. Control today. Great win yesterday. Let's go get another one today, right? Let's extend our games above 500. Let's keep the train rolling. Now, I do have one last piece of information for you guys. This is going to be a weekly campaign here. I know comment section. I get it. I know how the Cubs operate. You were talking to a diehard Cubs fan. I always look at the history of the team and how they operate, etc., etc. The highest contract we've ever offered is Dansby Swanson, $177 million. I get it. But that doesn't mean we should not break trends or break molds in this situation. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. just got a $500 million extension over 14 years. I know it's tough to sign someone that long term, but just extend Kyle Tucker and be done with it. The dude is absolutely a stud. The NL Player of the Week. You know his plate approach, it matches the vibe of this team. When he is rolling, it just trickles down, right? Ian Happ is more effective. Seiya Suzuki's more effective. Then that leads to Michael Busch being more effective. His presence and aura makes this team so much better, ladies and gentlemen. It is beyond scary. I'm getting greedy and I want an extra bat, but man, Kyle Tucker makes the world go round with this lineup. It's going to cost a pretty penny. It's going to cost upwards of $600 million. Some people say it's going to cost Juan Soto money. Pay him. You're paying him for being in the postseason, and I want the Cubs to be good. I think you guys want the Cubs to be good, and it all starts with a guy like this. You're going to tell me Isaac Paredes, Cam Smith, and Hayden Wesneski is going to turn into Kyle Tucker? Yes, a top 5 outfielder in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Just pay him the money, okay? Be done with it. I do not think you're going to regret the decision. You're going to make the faithful here at Wrigley be very happy. Again, I'm happy to pay the $17 beer if I know my team's being invested into it, right? You know the Cubs fans are going to come out. Pay him his money. He earned it. He's an absolute stud and star. So, I know what the comments are going to say. He's a Porsche client. He's not going to sign until after the season. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's probably going to happen. But that doesn't mean we do not campaign and get our main man Kyle Tucker, okay? Cubs fans, show him the love, show him the grace, make him feel welcome, because that might be a key factor in him staying. So, that's going to do it for it today on Cubs Daily, ladies and gentlemen. Again, appreciate everyone who's liked, subscribed. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the video. Drop a comment down below. Extend King Tuck. Peace.